Okay, so next time you have to call the court. If you don't have the money, set up a payment plan long before a show cause is issued, okay?
I think what happened is I moved, I wasn't getting a lot of my mail and
Okay.
questions like that, so.
But you get my point, right? Okay, how much can you pay today? This is a show cause for failure to pay.
Well, really, I was trying to see if you can get the video because I actually wasn't speeding. So
Well, you're too late for that, man. You got the ticket back in July 7th. If you want to file a motion to set aside default, you can do that, but you're going to have to post a bond equivalent to this of 225, and you can't ignore a court like this. This is 4 months later we're talking about. Man, they gave you the ticket, right? He handed you the ticket, right?
I can pay today if I need to, so I can get that for the day. That's all.
Okay, but I just want you to understand something. If you want to post a bond and file a motion to set aside default judgment, I'll be happy to entertain your motion. But I'm not likely to grant it. He gave you the ticket. You never called the court. You never said, I want a hearing. We sent you default notices. If you didn't change your address somehow, some way, I'm sorry to tell you that's your fault.
Even my check was wrapped up in the mail.
I can't hear you.
Even my check was wrapped up in the mail.
Your check.
Yes, everything was wrapped up in the situation with the post office. There was nothing that I could do.
Do you still live on this Rensselaer Street?
Yes, I was at Sharon Street initially.
We've sent, I didn't ask you that. I asked, do you still live on Rensselaer Street?
Yes.
Well, what do you mean you were there initially? You mean all these notices we sent
The
you?
notice that you guys gave me came with the yellow sticker on it. That means, that's what all the rest of my mail came. I wasn't reading it, I had to go through.
You ever call the court?
No, I didn't, because I didn't get anything.
They gave you the ticket, right? The officer gave you the ticket, right?
Yes, I have a ticket.
Gave you the ticket July 7th. It said, I mean, if you want to fill out your motion, I don't have a problem. I'm just telling you, I'm not likely to grant it. Just not.
Just want like the video. How do I get the video to the situation?
You fill out your motion to set aside default, and I'll hear your motion.
I'm just trying to wonder, like, why would you say you wouldn't grant it if you want me to see?
Because it's been 4 months and you never responded to us. Lisa, would you please enunciate on here how many notices are sent before a show cause?
Yeah, let me bring it up real quick.
I'm not.
Ma'am, just let me finish. Just let me finish. Because I can't have people, go ahead.
We sent a default judgment on July 25th. We sent a 14-day notice, August 21st, a collection letter, September 19th, and then a show cause hearing on October 17th.
That's set for today, right?
It's set for today, yep.
There's your answer. You still want to fill out a motion to set aside the default judgment? You feel free.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
That's over there.
Ma'am.
At that house.
Yep.
Everything else, like I said.
I cannot hear you. You got to keep your voice up for me.
The only paper that I have is the paper that I brought here. The other papers I do not have.
All those notices, we sent at least
I
3 or
haven't received a lot of my mail. I've been having situations. I can go to the mail, to the post office and get a letter if you need me to. I also have.
If you want to go post your bond
Yeah, that's fine.
and fill out your motion, you feel free. Lisa, give her a motion to set aside default judgment.
So what do I?
Ma'am, just listen. Just listen. Just listen. I'm going to explain it to you. You can go down the hall. You can post your $225 as a bond. And then you can fill out your motion. And I will look at it. And I will decide whether or not to grant it or set it for a hearing. If I deny your motion, we're going to keep the $225. If I grant your motion or set it for hearing, you'll receive notice of that. Okay?
Can I ask a question? Where can I, consume the,
You got to keep your voice up for me.
consume the video for that day?
You would have to talk to the police. I don't know even, ma'am, if a video exists. Ma'am, please, they don't give us videos. I don't know how we could store every video on every traffic ticket. We'd have to build a 10,000 square foot addition on here. Ma'am, you keep interrupting. I'm trying to explain to you nicely. You want to go to the police department and ask for the video, you feel free. Usually they don't preserve them for 4 months, but that's not my province. I have nothing to do with that. You feel free to fill out a motion to set aside the default judgment. And you post the bond, and then I'll proceed from there. If you want to go over to the Rosio Police Department and ask for the video, feel free. But I doubt they have it, but I don't know that. Okay? So you're going to have to go down the hall, post your 225, fill out your motion, and I'll decide whether or not I'm going to set it for him. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck. US Ecology Transportation. 25B 149465. You're the president of US Ecology?
The general manager acting on the authority of the president.
I'm gonna default you on all these. What's your name? What's your name?
Andrew Smith.
I told you guys I needed the president, whoever was here October the 16th.
Yeah, our president, like I said, we're a bigger corporation. It's hard to get them at our disposal.
I don't care. I don't know why people don't follow directions. Were you here on October 16th?
Just myself. Sir.
What did I tell you?
President or vice president?
Okay. Did you bring the president or vice president?
No.
Call in the prosecutor. I mean, I made it clear. Yeah, operations manager Smith appeared, adjourned 2 weeks to November 5th. Need president. I wrote on the other citation, need president. I'm not going to tell people 9 times what I think or what has to happen. So I have a good mind to default you on all of these. I probably am. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Maybe you guys will learn a lesson. Why would you come here without the president?
I just spoke with my company. We just
Okay. Your name?
Caitlin Foley.
So I want to be clear on these civil and on a criminal misdemeanor, the corporation, if one's involved, has to have a lawyer. On a civil infraction, if there is no, technically, I suppose I probably should require a lawyer on all civil infractions too against a corporation. I try to bend the rule and say I need a president or vice president. These guys were here, Mr. Smith was, on October 16th. I told them I needed the president. Now they come in with no president, the general manager and the operations manager again. I'm not going to pre-try this again. So I'm going to enter a default judgment against them on both cases. And it's that simple. I don't know how many times I got to tell somebody. They come here without the president. They must have a lot of money. I'm sorry. I'm going to make a note. President failed to appear. Fines and costs on the misload are going to be $800. If they don't think it's important enough, I don't know what to tell them. On the commercial vehicle charge, $235. I'm entering a default judgment entered because officer failed to appear. Now, so you guys owe, or your company owes $1,035. I will give them until December the 5th to pay them. I keep having this happen and I don't understand it. They cannot send in operations managers and general managers. This is not the way it's going to work in here. Sorry, guys. Good luck. Maybe next time they'll show up. Nazir A. Chowdhury, file number 25B82624A, B, and C. Morning, sir. Your name?
morning.
You're charged with operating while intoxicated, open intox, and no ops, and you have the right to a lawyer. If you want.
I do have one. I have plenty for one. But he's not here today. So I don't need one, I guess. Or,
Okay, so you're going to hire one?
yes.
So you want me just to arraign you now and I can enter a not guilty plea and then you can bring in your lawyer next time? Is that what you're doing? Okay, so I'll go ahead and explain the charges to you, all right? On September 29 or 25, the police think at 9:12 p.m. that you were operating a motor vehicle on Valley near Oak Grove in Brownstown they think you were intoxicated, that is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service court costs, or all of those. 6 points would be assessed on your traffic record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your traffic record. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then on the other two charges, you're charged with open intoxicants. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail costs, or all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then the count 3 alleges a civil misdemeanor of no valid operator's license on your person, meaning you just didn't have it with you. That's a misdemeanor. That is punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign the advice of rights? This advice of rights form.
Yes.
Did you read it and understand it?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. You can hire your lawyer. I'm going to give you a $500 personal bond. You don't have to post any money, but I'm going to set some bond conditions, and you're going to owe the people of Brownstown $500 if you violate any of these conditions. You cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer, and you're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so we'll give you a court date, and then you can go talk to your lawyer. You'll go down the hall, and we'll give you a notice, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, lawyer, Lisa, what do you have for me, please?
No, November 19th at 9:15.
Okay, November the 19th at 9:15 a.m. Okay?
All right.
Wish you well. Good luck.
Thank you. November 19th. 50 a.m.
No, at 9:15, I think.
9:15.
Yeah, and you're gonna go down the hall, we're gonna give you a printed notice.
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.